Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful day. Just start by running in place while I introduce the show and the workout. My name is Dr. Michael. I'm a physical therapist, and I am creating these workouts to be completed for after you run. I just ran about 4.5 miles this morning. Nothing too crazy, nothing too long, nothing too fast. I'm definitely not doing these workouts after a long run. I still have some energy left in my legs, and I'm going to squeeze in some cross training in the morning before my wife wakes up. Okay, so we're gonna get into this quickly. We have heel toe raises, we have kickstand squats, double leg Romanian deadlifts, and then a side plank hip abduction. We're gonna do about 100. Yeah, we are gonna do exactly 100 heel toe raises, 50 on each side kickstand squats, 3 sets of 20 double leg RDLs, and then 5 sets of 10 on each side of the hip ABDuctions in a side plank. Okay, my mat's shifting on me a little bit, but we're going to get started with the heel toe raises. So you're going to go up onto your toes, raising the heel, back onto your heels, raising the toes, up, back and forth. I'm going to be counting on my hands. I'm going to secure the mic to me now. Okay. So I'm going to be using my fingers a lot to be counting while I'm talking. Okay, that's the first 10. I'm going to break this into 2 sets of 50. I'm just going back and forth. Heel raises are vital for runners because of how much the calves are involved as we run. And a lot of times people think that running will create strong legs. And while yes, it does help to run rather than not run for the strength of your body, when it comes to strengthening the actual muscles involved with running, you got to do some weight training. Okay, you got to add some resistance. So right now we're just using the resistance of gravity to load our calves. Okay, I think I've gotten about 20 there. Actually, I may have just skipped 10. I'm going to pretend I did 20. I'm going to say that this is 25. I actually might be a whole 10 behind on that. Let's see. I'm going to call that 30. 31. Definitely a whole 10 behind. But I committed to saying it's 30. So here I go. It's like when you make a wrong turn or something. You got to get home. Okay, and that's 40 for me. You're already done. Grab a sip of water. Maybe jog in place just to keep the blood flowing. Wait for me. 6, 7, 49, and 50. You get a nice burn. Whew. You get a nice burn with these after the run. You could do these even during the day, throughout the day. Just squeeze in a few heel toe raises. And even if you commit to doing 50 in any one time, it won't be too bad. But after you run, you get a burn. All right. This mat's shifting on me today. Okay, let's get back to it. Another 50 here. I'm going to see if I can count a little better. 1, 2. One form point when you're doing the calf raises, try to push through the balls of your feet. Raise up your heels as high as you can. Try to push symmetrically through both feet. For the toe raises, you're not going to want to rock back using your hips. You're really going to want to just lift up your toes and keep your body in a nice line. So like here, or look at me for a second. As I'm doing these heel toe raises, my toes are just coming right up, right up. I'm not rocking back super far as I'm doing that. Okay, so my count is 25, 26, 27, 28, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the heel toe raise with the toe raise piece also does a good job of stretching the calf at its end range. Well, not really end range, but at the end of the cycle. Give it a little bit more of a stretch rather than just having your foot be flat. Lifting up the toes, kind of put your ankle into dorsiflexion a little bit. Ooh, this is burning. This is burning. Ooh, 50. Okay. Ooh. Okay, heel toe raise is completed. Now we're going to go for kickstand squats. Now I forgot to mention earlier in the video that you're going to need a set of kettlebells here. I have a 30 and a 15. I want to try these with 15s first. I think that's going to be better. So let me show you what a kickstand squat looks like. It's essentially a single leg squat with a balance support. This is your kickstand, okay? My right leg is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 sets of 10, and it's going to look like this. I'm just going to go straight down onto this left leg, and this right leg is just working for balance. That's 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 15 was a good choice. But I didn't grab the 30s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, glad I didn't grab the 30s. 9, 10. Okay. So look at me for a second. With the kickstand squat, and really with any squatting knee bending movement, what you do when you go down is you're trying to push the knee out to the side that way. Don't let your knee fall inwards this way. That means you need to make your depth more shallow, because if you go lower, it starts to do that. That's okay to be more shallow to avoid the knee caving in, okay? Sometimes that can come from the arch of the foot. If you look at me again, if the arch of your foot collapses, the knee will fall in. So I like to do this barefoot to use my feet to help me here. So we've done 10 on each side. Here we go for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, all the weight's on my left leg. The right's there for balance. 10. Second set always feels better than the first. Whew. From a joint standpoint, I may be a young guy, but I still get some joint pain. And after I do a few of these, or a few lunges, or what have you, always seems to feel better. 9 and 10. Okay. We're going to do 5 sets of 10 of these on each side. We're 20 deep on both sides. After the run, you might need to pace this differently, depending on how hard you went. Here comes set 3. 1, 2. When I'm using this kettlebell in the goblet position, I am keeping it as close to my chest as I can. I can't keep it touching my chest right now because I got the mic, but if I didn't have the mic, I'd be keeping the kettlebell pressed against my chest. And really, I'm making an excuse because the mic's not actually in my way. I'm going to keep it pressed against my chest this time. All right, so I've done 30 on the left. Here comes 30 on the right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Okay. I like these kickstand squats. I feel like it loads my knee pretty well. I feel it in the quad. Doesn't put a lot of pressure on my hip. Sometimes I feel like when I do squats, even when my form is feeling pretty good, my hips just feel like almost like loose. I don't like that feeling. So I tend not to do those types of squats. But these are looking pretty good. Starting set number 4 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Ooh. Okay, I've done 40 on each. I got 50 coming up. And then we're gonna grab our 30-pound kettlebell for some double leg RDLs. I'll show you how the form of that's gonna look in a second. Here we go, set number 5 here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Kettlebell goes away. The 15-pounder does. Okay, got double leg RDLs coming up. It's going to work the posterior chain, more hamstrings, glutes. This will work your low back too, but if you struggle with back pain, maybe don't do this with weight just yet. I'll show you how the form's supposed to look, but if your back usually hurts with stuff, just in general, this is probably not going to be a good movement to load just yet. So look at me for a second. I'll show you from the side. With an RDL, you don't want to squat down and you don't want to lean forward. What you want to do is you want to think about sending hips backwards. So all I'm doing here is I'm going to hinge and let the hips go back. That's it. And then I come up. That's rep number 1. So I send the hips back, send the hips back, send the hips back, send the hips back, and then I come up. I'm not tipping forward, and I'm not squatting down. I'm sending the hips back. And as I get to the end ranges here, I'm feeling this in my hamstrings. Okay? So I'm going to get started here on 3 sets of 20. It's a good pattern to load. And I only have a 30-pounder, so I'm going to go for more reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. As I'm doing this, I am not thinking about bringing the kettlebell closer to the ground. All I'm thinking about is sending my hips backwards. As I send my hips backwards, my body folds and the kettlebell lowers and raises. 9, 20. Whew. 20 is a good amount. My upper back is actually feeling that quite considerably after the run. If you feel that motion in your back, if you feel like, oh my God, this hurts my back, number 1, drop the weight. Either lower it or get rid of it entirely. If you drop the weight and you're not using any weight, an alternative is to reach forward and send the hips back, and practice doing that motion back and forth to really train your body to do this hip hinging movement without discomfort. Okay, but my back feels fine. Maybe yours does too. So here's the weight. Second set of 20. I'm going to send the hips back and forward. Send the hips back and forward. I'm not lifting the kettlebell. I'm not thinking about lifting the kettlebell up and down. I'm just thinking about sending the hips back. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because I'm familiar with this movement, and because I'm only using a 30-pound kettlebell, I'm moving a little bit quick. If this is challenging, take it slow. If you're trying to work on the coordination, take it slow. Maybe do less. Maybe do 3 sets of 10. You like how I told you that after we did 40? Okay, third set. And back, up, back, up, back, forward, I should say. Back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward, back, forward. Last one, back and forward. Okay, kettlebells go away, all weights go away. We are coming over to our mat. We're gonna get on the floor for some hip ABDuction and a modified side plank. So what we'll do, if you look at me for a second, we're gonna get onto our elbow. Okay, I'm on my elbow here. I'm gonna bend this bottom knee and lift up my hips. Okay, my hips are elevated here. Can you see my hand through here? Okay, so my hips are off the ground. Pressure to the side of my knee, pressure on my elbow. I'm doing 5 sets of 10 each. I'm gonna try to point my toe down, lift up my heel first. I'm gonna go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna switch sides, elbow, knee, hips raised, toe down, heel up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The beautiful thing about this one is that the fatigue compounds because each side is getting used. Here we go, second set. 1, 2, 3. Because the bottom leg is stabilizing as the top leg is raising. So they're both getting used all the time in slightly different ways. Second set, right side. 1, 2. Counting side is the top leg, of course. And the burn has begun. It always gets me after the second set. We're doing 5 of these, okay? 5 sets of 10. Here comes the third on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We are more than halfway. Okay, this is the last exercise. If you stuck with me through this point, thank you very much. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for working out with me. I hope you enjoyed the workout. If you did, don't forget to like this video. If you want to see more workouts like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm creating a workout series for after you run. These are after short runs to squeeze in the cross training. I've already ran my miles for the day. I'm almost done with my cross training, and the day has barely begun. I haven't gone to work yet. My wife is still sleeping, and I'm on my last set of these. I'm about to finish. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Done with that side. Last set of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. A little bit of upward dog. Thanks again for joining me. Tune in next time. Have a great day.